India, a nation of over 1.4 billion people, is poised to become a global superpower. Its young population is its greatest asset, but is the education system preparing them for the future? Today, we're diving deep into the state of education quality in India, exposing the challenges, uncovering the data, and exploring what can be done to transform the system. Buckle up for a 23-minute journey through one of the world's largest education systems. Let's start with the big picture. India has made incredible strides in education. The literacy rate has climbed to around 77%, and primary school enrollment is nearly universal. Over 250 million students attend 1.5 million schools, supported by 9.5 million teachers. Sounds impressive, right? But here's the catch: access doesn't equal quality. The Annual Status of Education Report, or ASER, 2022, revealed that only 50% of 5th graders in rural India can read a second-grade text. Basic math skills? Even worse, only 29% can do simple division. These aren't just numbers, they're a wake-up call. India's education system is struggling to deliver the skills students need in a rapidly changing world. So, what's going wrong? First, let's talk about teachers, or the lack of them. India faces a massive shortage of qualified educators. According to the Union Ministry of Education, there are over 1.2 million teacher vacancies nationwide. That's right, 1.2 million. This leads to overcrowded classrooms, sometimes with 50 students per teacher. Imagine trying to teach or learn in that environment. Worse, a 2021 CERT report found that nearly 40% of government-recruited teachers lack proper qualifications. Many are hired on contract, often underpaid and undertrained, which impacts their motivation. In private schools, it's not much better. Over 20% of teaching positions remain unfilled due to low salaries and competition. The result? Students miss out on personalized attention, and the quality of teaching suffers. Teacher empowerment is key, but India's system often leaves educators overworked and undervalued. Next up, the curriculum. India's education system is stuck in the past. The syllabus in many schools emphasizes rote learning, memorizing facts without understanding them. A 2021 World Economic Forum report ranked India's education quality 90th globally, with critical thinking and problem-solving skills among the lowest. Why? Because the curriculum hasn't kept pace with the 21st century. Today's students need digital literacy, analytical skills, and creativity to compete globally, but many are still cramming outdated textbooks. The National Education Policy 2020 aims to change this, promoting experiential learning and skills like coding. But implementation is slow, and rural schools often lack the resources to make it happen. Compare this to countries like Finland, where students learn through projects and collaboration. India's kids deserve that kind of education, too. Let's move to infrastructure. Picture this: only 4.8% of government schools in India have adequate facilities like classrooms, libraries, and computer labs, according to the Education Ministry in 2021. That's less than 1 in 20 schools. Many rural schools lack electricity, internet, or even clean drinking water. Students often sit on the floor, using outdated textbooks, if they have any. Urban private schools, on the other hand, boast smartboards and Wi-Fi. This creates a massive urban-rural divide. The UDIS Plus 2021-22 report shows that while digital infrastructure is improving, it's nowhere near enough. Without modern tools, how can students prepare for a tech-driven world? The government's Samagra Shiksha scheme is investing in infrastructure, but progress is uneven, leaving millions of students behind. Now, let's talk access and equity. While enrollment rates are high, not everyone gets equal opportunities. Rural students, especially girls, face significant barriers. The ASER 2023 report found that 25% of 14 to 18-year-olds in rural areas struggle to read grade-level texts in their regional language. Socioeconomic factors play a huge role. Poverty forces many kids to drop out. 29% of students don't complete elementary education, and 50% don't finish secondary school. Girls are particularly vulnerable, often pulled out for household chores or early marriage. The Right to Education Act of 2009 guarantees free education for kids aged 6 to 14, but enforcement is weak. Add to that language barriers for non-English medium students and limited financial aid, and you've got a system that's failing its most marginalized. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed these cracks even further. When schools closed in 2020, learning shifted online, but not for everyone. A 2020 Pratham survey found that 38% of rural households didn't own a smartphone, and 45% had only one, often shared among family members. The digital divide hit hard. The World Bank estimated that 5 months of school closures cost students 0.6 years of quality-adjusted learning. Urban students with access to apps and Wi-Fi kept learning. Rural students fell further behind. The government's PM eVidya channel and Diksha platform tried to bridge the gap, but without devices or internet, millions were left out. The pandemic showed that technology can't replace teachers, it's a tool, not a solution. Another growing issue is privatization. Parents are increasingly choosing private schools, believing they offer better quality. Between 2010 and 2016, government school enrollment dropped from 122 to 108 students per school, while private school enrollment rose, according to UDIS data. Private schools now educate 29% of students aged 6 to 14. But here's the problem: quality varies wildly. Some private schools are excellent, but others cut corners, with untrained teachers and poor facilities. A 2016 India Spend report noted that despite massive spending on schemes like Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, learning outcomes declined between 2009 and 2014. Privatization isn't a magic fix, it often widens inequality, as only wealthier families can afford better schools. So, what's being done? The National Education Policy 2020 is a game-changer on paper. It focuses on foundational literacy, vocational skills, and teacher training. Programs like Samagra Shiksha and Atal Tinkering Labs are boosting infrastructure and innovation. The government is also investing in digital tools like Swayam for online courses. But policies alone aren't enough. India needs more funding. Niti Aayog suggests doubling education spending to 6% of GDP. Teacher recruitment must be prioritized, with better salaries and training. Public-private partnerships can help, but they need strict oversight to ensure quality. Most importantly, the system must focus on outcomes, measuring what students actually learn, not just how many are enrolled. India's education system is at a crossroads. The challenges are daunting: teacher shortages, outdated curricula, crumbling infrastructure, and deep inequities. But the potential is limitless. With bold reforms, smart investments, and a commitment to quality, India can transform its schools into engines of opportunity. The future of 250 million students, and the nation, depends on it. Let's demand better. Let's build an education system that doesn't just enroll kids but empowers them to dream big and achieve bigger. Thank you for joining us. Share this video, spark the conversation, and let's push for change together.